out onto the Grand Canal with the Rialto behind. It's very, very exciting to be here, and I'm very, very humbled to be here, to have been invited. And so I'm showing this exhibition, which is called kintsugi, which is a Japanese word for taking shards of broken ceramic and repairing it with keeping in the repair lines, so that you actually see the fault, you see the fissures, you see what's broken, and you incorporate what's broken into something that again can be beautiful. So it is about regeneration. It's about what Sri Lanka needs to do, which is rise from the ashes. It is about unrelated parts coming together. So I have used work that I have destroyed and reconstructed. So it's deconstruction, reconstruction. And also I have used various elements from different paintings, from different pieces of work, put together and trying to find how unrelated, separate entities can still work together and come together as a beautiful movement on from where it's been. So I'm looking at loss, I'm looking at brokenness, but how we can repair, how we can build, how we can rebuild, how we can actually heal. And the work was started with paintings, and at some point I showed them to Romesh Gunesekera, and I asked him if he would write a line for them, 2 lines or 2 prose, and he came out with these amazing poems, a set of 16 poems which are separate again, very separate in quality, just like my work. There's lots of unrelated things coming together, but they finally come together in one final poem where all these threads are pulled together again. And then when I was in Los Angeles, I met Sharon Smith, who is a composer and music editor, worked on lots of movies, and I loved her compositions. And again I asked her, would she think about writing something for my work, my art? And again, she was very inspired by the paintings and by Romesh's poetry. And Romesh, just to make it easy for her, gave her read it out, read the poetry, spoke the poetry, or whatever you call it, recited the poetry, that's the right word. And she's incorporated that into a piece of music which incorporates sound from west, from east, from all over the world. And again, it's all these shards of different things coming together into one very, very whole composition. So different art forms, different creativity coming together to create one single thing.
Hi, I'm Romesh Gunesekera. I'm here in Venice because I've been working with Anoma for her exhibition Kintsugi, and it's opening here. And I've been working with Anoma for some time on it. She's done the paintings, I've done the words that kind of weave in and out of it. The idea being the 2 art forms somehow responding to each other and trying to create something new out of it. The words work on the basis of sort of a sequence of poems, and there's a video where I've done the voice, and there's music in it as well. And it's a very exciting new project for me.
Hi, I'm Alison. I've known Anoma for nearly 20 years. We first met when I was posted to Colombo with the British High Commission. I'm delighted to be joining her in Venice at the Biennale. I think this is the first time that a single solo Sri Lankan artist is shown at the Biennale ever. And it's a wonderful exhibition. It's called Kitsungu. Kitsungu is the Japanese word for the art of bringing broken pieces back together and finding their beauty and strengthening them once again. It's an incredibly relevant exhibition. Even it was relevant at the time Anoma conceived it, and it's even more so now after the sad events of the attacks over Easter in Sri Lanka. But Sri Lanka is coming through this attack stronger, demonstrating that really is beauty and strength in diversity, and the ability to bring broken pieces together to form something that is greater, stronger, more beautiful than the whole. This exhibit couldn't be more relevant and more timely.
My name is Cristina Sakura Indragoli, and I'm one of the organizers of Personal Structure 2018, hosted by the European Cultural Center here in Venice. I have the pleasure to work with Anoma and with her project Kintsugi, and it's amazing. It has been a pleasure to work with her. She's an amazing artist, and she has envisioned this beautiful project for our exhibition, and we are really proud to work with her.
Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Al-Bahri. I'm from Luke Abu Dhabi, and I'm here at the moment admiring the work of Anoma. It talks about, it's really calm place, but the message is very important and very something to really emphasize, this battle and struggle between humanity and us as humans, and how between us we have these battles of war zones and hunger and being deprived of the necessities of life. So I really admire how this work really comes together here in Venice, and sending an important message to all of us today.
Hi, I'm Nikki Harrison, a very old friend of Anoma Wijewardene, and I'm sitting here outside the Palazzo Bembo, where she is showing her exhibition Kintsugi. Now, I've known Anoma for well over 20 years and have followed her and her progress as she's progressed as an artist through many of her international exhibitions, as well as locally in Sri Lanka. So I'm very pleased and privileged to be with her to celebrate her opening nights at Palazzo Bembo, especially as she's the first Sri Lankan artist since the 42 group to show at the Venice Biennale. Now that to me is an incredible achievement, and she deserves every moment of this. Anoma is an amazing person. Somehow, I don't know how she does it, she doesn't know how she does it, but she always taps into the feeling of the moment. This, at the moment, is a very important part in Sri Lanka's history. Not the brightest of moments after the terrible tragedies during Easter. But through her art, you can actually see that Sri Lanka can recover following the principles that Anoma follows. Yeah? Through regeneration, renewal, self-dignity, all the important questions she answers in her art. So, I'm leaving in the next couple of days, but this art is here for the next 6 months, and I really hope that all those possible who come to Venice, not necessarily with the Biennale in mind, but just take time to go and have a look at the personal structures and Anoma's exhibition, because it's well worth seeing and very thought-provoking, not only in the art, but also with poetry and the words written by Romesh Gunesekera. The art and the poetry complement each other alongside the video, which is also another fantastic standalone presentation. So I urge anybody that is coming this way from wherever, you must come and have a look at Anoma's art.